hey, hey, hey. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Hey, it's Rosemary, Nonny night, and this is Deliberate Live Stream. I got to thinking how we get in the way of our own prosperity at times. And I did this for a very, 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 very long time. I did not believe that I could create wealth doing the things that I actually wanted to do. I did not believe that there was any way, apart from being a pharmacist, that would actually generate any kind of wealth. And maybe that's what you're doing as well. You're telling yourself that it's impossible for you to write that book, or it's impossible to create that music, or it's impossible for you to teach people something that you've learned that you just know that everybody needs to hear about, to help the young people in your community, to whatever it is that you feel called to do, whatever it is. You're telling yourself that it's impossible, that you have to have a regular job. And maybe right now you do, because you've been telling yourself this for a while. And for me too, for a while there, I had to have a regular job. But then I suddenly I created space. I wish I could tell you that I suddenly had an epiphany of, I suppose I did finally, but to begin with, it was just, well, I want to do something different. I want to do something different. I want to see my children growing up. I don't want to be at work all the time, because I was working like 60, 80 hours every single day, a week, sorry, not a day. Imagine that, working 60 to 80 hours a day. Every single week I was doing that, okay, trying to make ends meet ultimately. I was blessed to be a blessing, I kept telling myself, but it didn't feel very blessed, because it was doing something that I didn't really want to do at all. I was being this pharmacist, and I probably would have been it for the rest of my life until I allowed prosperity to come through. For me, prosperity really is when we're living to our true design. It's not just about the money, is it? It's not just about the money. It's about waking up and knowing that actually you're doing something you really want to do. It's about being able to do that and not having to do what, because my four potential careers were simply either to be a doctor, or to be a pharmacist, or to be a lawyer or an accountant. Now, we in my family of four, we have a doctor, we have a pharmacist, well, an ex-pharmacist now, we have an accountant. We didn't quite get the lawyer. One of my brothers actually decided to become a computer guy, which actually even that we had to do a heck of a lot of convincing of our parents to allow him to do that, because even that wasn't allowed, okay, in our world. But this is the thing, and now I look back and I realize that I never gave myself the opportunity to create wealth doing the things that I actually wanted to do. So of course I was never going to experience true prosperity. Of course not. There was no way I was going to do it, because I never allowed myself to do it. So I ask you the question, are you allowing prosperity in? Because even when I finally made the decision that I was going to make the transition out of being a pharmacist into doing something that I could do around my princesses so I could watch them grow up, I still went the path of the more reasonable thing to do. I started a property real estate kind of business, and I made that successful for sure. Okay, the truth of the matter is, once I set my mind on something, whatever I touch can turn to gold, and I do believe that that is the case for most people, and in fact for everybody in this community. That really, when you really put your mind to it, you can make anything work. Okay, but the question is, do you want it to work? Because what I find is I get so far and I realize, oh, I've just built my life again on the wrong wall again. Why don't I just allow myself to create wealth, to create prosperity in all areas of my life, doing what I want to do? The truth of the matter is, when it came to money, particularly, I was always struggling a bit. Whereas in every other area of my life, when I say I was struggling a bit, I wouldn't always choose the reasonable path as opposed to the path that felt good to me. Whereas in every other path, I rebelled against my parents in terms of who I got married to. Every other area of my life, I would do what I wanted to do. But when it came to money, I would do what everybody wanted me to do. Which is kind of crazy, okay? When it came to money, because I'd come from a place of poverty, my father had this accident and everything, and I knew what it was like to not have money. I wasn't willing to dare to try that one. But then prosperity is either prosperity in all areas, or it's just not prosperity at all. And so finally, I found the courage after working with coaches, working with people, mentors, seeing what was possible. I was actually saying that to my husband this morning, that if not for the mentors and coaches that I'd worked with, I wouldn't have realized what was really, truly possible. I'd have kind of dreamt about it, but I would never have had the courage to actually go after it. It was only as I was exposed to other people's way of thinking and other people's way of looking at things that I realized what was possible. That the dream inside of me was actually possible. It wasn't just some kind of weird dream that God had planted in my head and left me to feel dissatisfied forever about. Basically, it was a real thing. I could actually make it work if I chose to. And the same goes with you. You can make whatever it is that you choose to make work. You can make it work. You know that, right? The question is, are you allowing it to work? Because if you're not even creating a little bit of space in your life right now for something that you actually dream about to work, then of course it will never work. Of course it will never work because you never created the room for it. You never gave it an opportunity. You never tried, okay? You never tried at all. And I see people do this because I did this for ages. You don't even think it's practical. You tell yourself, no, it's impossible. There's no way I can make this work. So then you never even try. And so you go through life thinking, I have to do these things that I don't really want to do. I have to. My goodness, all this glitter everywhere. This is me being my queen self, man. Okay, I am the night queen. So, and so, but I'm saying to you guys, okay, allow in the, say hi, tell me where you're streaming in from. Say hi, say hi, absolutely, and share this with someone else. That would be awesome too. Share. Come on now, share it. But this is the thing, I really want you to consider, are you allowing prosperity to come through to you? Or are you still telling yourself that story that is impossible? We live in a world where anything is possible. We have access to a lot of people if we just choose to show up, choose what we want, and get on and start doing something. You don't have to drop everything in order to start something, And when I made the transition from being a pharmacist to being a business owner, I didn't drop my pharmacy all at once. No, I eased out of it. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Lovely to have you here. I can even click that like button right there. Wait, hey. I eased out of it, but I created room, or else I could have been waiting forever. And that actually was my intention. I thought, no, the things I really want to do, I'm going to have to wait until I'm about 72. And then when I'm that age, I would have saved enough money. I would have done this and done the other. And then I can start to live out the call of my life. I can then start to create the vision. Rubbish. And if you're telling yourself that right now, rubbish. Rubbish. Okay. It's rubbish. You can create space right now. It's like I said yesterday in the live stream yesterday, I choose to live my calling. It is my priority. I made it a priority. And so I started to make space for it in my life. And I wrote a post earlier today, so read that today. It's about all you guys that want to create something. Whatever it is that you're wanting to create. Being a creator doesn't mean just being about art and music. It's also about you guys that want to write books and you want to create a business. Even being an entrepreneur takes creativity, And I wrote a whole post about the simple things you can do in order to actually, monetize it, as well as live out the call on your life, okay? Because for us, it's really important that we do the thing that we're here to do for us in this community. So don't get in your own way. Give yourself the opportunity by creating space, creating a channel for wealth to come to you. Because for most of us, it's the money side of thing that worries you more than anything. That's one of the reasons why you don't get going. Not the only thing, because for some of you, it's also that you're just afraid. And I get that. And so you start to procrastinate. But you're usually afraid because you're not sure that you're going to be able to make money and look after your family whilst doing the thing that you really want to do. But give yourself an opportunity, okay? Give it a try. Give it a go. You never quite know what might work for you if you try. And honey, this is it. I'm going to bring this to a close, but if you could do with a kickstart, if you could do with just, working with someone just the same way as I did, working with me one-on-one, to get you monetizing whatever that goal, that dream inside of you is. All I ask is that you are serious and committed to making this so, okay? If you are committed to it, and you really do want to start building your life around the thing that you feel called to do, the thing, or, you know, even if you're not completely sure what it is, that could be one of the things that we're working on, is getting clear on what it is that you're here to do, okay? So I have something right now called the Prosperous Life Intensive, okay? It's a 21-day one-on-one program where I will be working with you one-on-one. We will communicate with each other every single day for 21 days to get you that kickstart. Now, I intend to make sure that at least one goal or two goals that you've been maybe procrastinating on, you've been not sure about. There's something about an objective viewpoint that makes everything a lot clearer than if you're trying to figure it out alone, especially if you're trying to figure it out from your past experience, which, you know, we all know what we know, but you don't know what you don't know, okay? So when it comes to getting things done, having that objective viewpoint, me, in your life, helping you realize what is possible, okay, will open you up, enable you to actually take action, as well as the fact that I'm holding you accountable every single day for that 3-week period to ensure that you are moving forward. It's called the Prosperous Life Intensive because I believe that every single person's divine heritage is prosperity. It is prosperity not just in money, but in all areas of life, relationships, in your money, in your career, in your business, in your health, in your body, all of that stuff. You need to feel good in all of these areas in order to really, truly experience prosperity. And I also completely believe that it is as we experience prosperity in all of the areas of our lives, we impact the world. As we live to our true design, we impact the world. So honey, instead of waiting and procrastinating and trying to figure something out that you can't figure out because you've never done it before, work with me for 21 days. 21 days in the Prosperous Life Intensive. We will get at least 1 or 2 goals done in that 21-day period. You will do more than you thought possible for you. We will remove any blocks that you have to your own success. So any mental blocks, any kind of money issue, whatever is that you have, money stories, because I had a heck of a lot of money stories, okay? Any of the money stories that are stopping you from moving forward. And we will optimize your environment to ensure that you've created the space for you to start living out the vision and start living out the call on your life. I have no doubt in my mind that whatever it is that you present me with around living, as someone who knows that you're here to make a difference in some way, I can help you find a way to monetize that as long as you are committed to the process. I can help you find a way to monetize it. But you know what? This program isn't just about the things to do with your business or your career. It's also about any other area of your life. If you are someone who knows maybe your business and stuff is going well, however, you know that maybe the relationships are not going well, maybe your health is not going so well, and you've been wanting to work on these areas of life, but you've been procrastinating a little bit. Let's work together. 21 days, one-on-one. Let's smash this stuff, man. Let's just smash this stuff. There is something about the power of more than one person, 2 or more agreeing on something together. It's impossible for it not to work. Okay? So how do you join in with that? You simply send me through a private message and I'll get all the details to you. I will warn you, it is a serious investment in terms of finances as well as in terms of your energy, because I need you to create space in a fairly busy life, and I will help you do that. But it is possible, okay? As long as you are committed energetically or, internally truly committed to actually seeing this come to pass, I promise you it will come to pass, okay? It will absolutely come to pass. So send me through that private message. I'll send you all the details of the program, okay? And 21 days, you'll be in a different place from where you are right now. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. I'm always stunned and amazed at what people can do when they really get down to it. So if you're ready for that and you're ready to be held accountable to your vision, then honey, send me through that private message, ask about the Prosperous Life Intensive, and I will send you through all the information so that we can work together one-on-one for 21 days to get stuff done. Okay? So allow in prosperity by seeing opportunities and making sure you take a hold of them. I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, so that is my bit there. It's been lovely speaking with you as always. Do share this with someone else, okay? I really believe in a world where we, the spirit-driven, the determined, the purpose-driven people, if we would start to live to our true design, when I think about what we could do in the world, instead of waiting for anybody else, we can start just by living to our own fullness. The difference we could have or make on the people around us, and then the people around them, and then the people around them. Everybody's waiting for some government or some, I don't know who, to come and save the day. But what if change ultimately starts with each one of us stepping up and refusing to just keep obeying the rules as they've been told us, like me being a pharmacist for the rest of my life would have been me obeying the rules of that's the only way you can, create wealth. That's the only way you can look after your family. But what if we actually believed the visions inside of us and actually started to live them out? Because I do believe that every single person was placed on this planet at this time with a specific thing to do. You have a specific shape. And as you live to your specific shape, I see it as a jigsaw puzzle, okay? As you live to your specific shape, you attract the other shapes that fit around you. As everybody's living to their shapes, we make this glorious, amazing, complete picture of what the world was actually supposed to look like. So you know what? Let's each take responsibility for our own happiness, our own, vision, that we choose to live it out, okay? That is my encouragement to you today. Choose to do whatever it takes to figure out how you can live to your true design rather than just living to what somebody's told us that you have to live by and doing things that way. You are born for more. You know it. There's a part of you that has always known it, this feeling that there is more to me than this. Start responding to that feeling, because that is where prosperity is going to flow to you in a more meaningful, more deep way. So honey, if you're ready to kickstart, send me through that private message about the Prosperous Life Intensive. Otherwise, whichever way, just commit to yourself to live out the vision. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I can smell my lunch calling me. Until the next time, my honeys. Much amazing love. Have a great day wherever you are on the planet. I look forward to speaking to you, maybe even working with you. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. We deliberate people stepping up. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'll leave you now. Much love, much amazing love. Go into your day and prosper.